Jackson, first thing I want to talk about is stance width. In the game of football, you need those feet up and under you for the four things that really matter: balance, leverage, power, mobility. Those things all accrue from having your feet up and under you. A normal football stance is a little wider than the shoulders. On average, a snapping stance is 4 to 6 inches wider, sometimes 8 than your regular football stance. You just flat need more clearance between the knees to get a job done, okay? In your case, coming into camp, we thought you might be a little bit wide for your body height. What are you, about 5'9"? Okay. You're a little wide, and the problems you can run into, the wider you get, the harder it is to sit down in a stance, so your center of gravity creeps higher. That's not a winning formula in football. Number two, when you do manage to force yourself down, you create a lot of tension in the hip flexors. It's going to tighten you up, slow you down. You're not going to be as powerful and quick as you should be in the snap, okay? Third thing is, the wider you get, it's actually hard to get balanced, believe it or not, and you're not able to capture your leg drive, your lower body motion energy, and channel it into creating acceleration on the football. Fourth thing is, if your feet are way out after the snap, you're not going to have mobility. You could even end up with locked knees, which is the fastest path to a short career that I know in the game. All right? So let's do this. Get those feet up and under you a little bit. You might want to try rotating the heels inward. We found that position allows you to, first of all, have a very stable base on the balls of the feet. Second of all, it points the knees out of the way a little bit, giving you some extra space. And third, when you sit into the stance, you can push the knees out over the toes, maximizing the space between the legs without getting your feet too wide. The important thing is that the load bearing of the body should be on the quads, the most comfortable and explosive position from which to start, and there's no tension in the hip flexors. Go ahead and stand, come over here and face the camera, set up in your stance. Let's see what your stance width is looking like now and make sure it's comfortable, okay? Go ahead and sit into it. How does that feel? Now, if you feel constricted when you get the pads on, you can always adjust. We do want to see, as an average rule, the knees slightly wider than the shoulders. Is that comfortable? Looking pretty solid. Go ahead and stand up, step back where you were. Next thing, here's the other stuff we wanted to work on with you. Number one, you tend to have that ball a little too far downfield in front of you. You're overextended downfield, and what that does, it pulls a lot of your weight forward in your stance, making you off balance, okay? And also a little tall in the saddle. You're not a lot of knee bend, your rear's kind of high, okay? We also were kind of bending the knees a little deep to try and counterbalance that weight forward bias. I'm exaggerating horribly here, okay, so you understand. What we need to do, essentially, raise your head and shoulders higher off the ground, okay? Shove your weight back into the hips a little bit till we get the knees directly over the toes and the heels in contact with the ground, and we've got the knee bend less than 90 degrees, because deeper than 90, not a powerful, explosive place to begin a snap or a squat or anything else you want to do athletically, okay? Go ahead and hop in. We're going to manipulate you. You tend to be mostly arms, but you know what? At your age and stage, not that concerned. Master fundamentals, get more comfortable with it. See that when you set up right, you can throw harder and harder without losing control. Organically and naturally, the legs and the gut and everything else will integrate and start to come into the snap more and more, okay? Go ahead and face towards your target here. You're going to snap this way, okay? Yeah, I'm going to three-step you first, okay? And you're going to be a sophomore, right? Freshman, I'm sorry. Okay. You ready? You got long arms. Just be sure you're not tense and locked out or something where you got to fight through tension to get the ball back there. Okay, you ready? Pull you forward. Gets knee bend to 90 or less, straightens the back, fully extends the arms. Raise you up, maximizing operating room under your torso. Shove you back into the hips towards your target, not down to the ground where you get knee bend too deep, but back towards your target until the heels touch the ground, knees are over the toes, you're solid. Does that feel comfortable? So you can sit a little deep. That looks real athletic. It ought to feel pretty good. Give it a good hard two-handed throw. Not bad. Now, a little underextended with the arm. We're not quite getting a good spiral, and I think we talked about TV drill, didn't we? Yeah, you can work on that and get in better release. I think we can improve it just with the way you're setting up too. So let's do one more. Okay, so we raised you up a little bit, shoved your weight back, and got you balanced. That's pretty much the major adjustment. Now, you want to get a tighter spiral? Roll the strings underneath the ball, like down towards the grass. Get this hand more on top. Try a throw from right there. Let's see what happens. Better, huh? All right, let's get the ball back. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to make one more slight adjustment. Okay. You got this thumb really opposed to the rest of the hand. If you were to relax that some, I bet you're going to get a much better release. and a much better result in terms of spiral and directional throw towards your target. Give it a good hard throw. Not bad. Actually, the one before that was actually better. So let's go back to where you were with the thumb. That may not be your solution. Go ahead and do one more snap. Okay. So we raised your front, shoved you back to get your balance, sat you down. Now you're going to be with me tomorrow, right?
Right.
Now let's cock the wrist a little by rolling the strings under. Is that comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your normal throwing grip?
Yeah.
Positive fingertip pressure with this hand. Throw and accelerate and control with two hands. Give it a good, hard, aggressive throw. Coming along. Let's do one more. You tend to get underextended. You really like to hunker down with the front end. Let's get that head and shoulders a little higher off the ground so you got more operating room underneath your front end, okay?
Yeah.
Make sense to you? Go from here, raise it up a little bit, okay? One more time. Been fairly beat up by us today, haven't you? We've been working you kind of hard. You might even want to tilt the ball a touch. That may help you get a better spiral. Okay, raise that front. You like to hunker down. Let's raise it up, sit you down. Can you still see your target? Don't dip the head. Line that neck with the... Now can you see your target?
What?
Can you see your target from there?
Yeah, but what's you supposed to do?
Like this. You tend to dip your head down. Raise your neck up so your neck's in line with the rest of your spine. Okay. Tuck your chin to your chest. That's another way to do it. There you go. Throw it hard. Okay. I see one other thing while you're not spiraling. Last one, and then we're going to bring Marcus on. You know that when you're snapping, you totally move your guide hand as you're coming through? You start here and you go like this. Keep that hand in contact. Push it through just like this. You see what I'm doing? Push it through kind of like a one-handed free throw directing to the target, okay? If you do that, you're going to solve all your spiral issues. Tuck it under a little bit. Push through with this finger. Go ahead. Now, difference, I didn't see it. How was it?
What?
The snap. Did it spiral or not? Got to throw hard. You kind of throw. So one more, Marcus. Come on, quickly. You just like being on camera, don't you? No, I'm joking. Okay. Now you're not leaning on the ball, right?
Right.
I want to try. I don't know if tilt's going to work for you, but I want you pushing through with both hands. Okay. Snap both thumbs to the sky at release. Roll it off all 10 fingers. Good adjustment. That's coming along. That's a great sign of progress. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Do some TV drill tonight. Let's see what the spiral's looking like tomorrow. We'll get Daniel and Cullen on you a little bit too with that. Do you have any questions?
No.
Looking pretty good. Here we go. Sit upright. Keep the head down. Finish with the hands through. Rotate the thumbs to the sky for me, Jackson, and that'll help tighten up that spot. Quick, aggressive, two-handed throw. Keep that head down. Not bad. You're kind of hopping out of shoes. Let's just keep it rolling. We're going to try to help you out a little here, okay? You're not quite using all your body, but at your age and stage, that's not unusual. If we can integrate the legs into it a little bit more, I want you to rotate the strings a little bit, get the hand on top. Throw with two hands. Try to throw it hard. That's much better. We know you're a better snapper than that. We've seen flashes of brilliance. You're just going to need to spend time working on it and perfecting that spiral. Could be because the elbow's hurting on your guide arm a little today that you're kind of nursing it too, and that's causing you some trouble. All right, we've seen great progress. Okay, you ready, Mr. Maples? You're doing a great job of getting balanced. The form and setup look really good. Good progress throughout camp. Okay, stay in there one more time. Let's do one more snap. I want to tell you one of the... It bounced. You're popping up a little early, and I'll try to help you there. But you know what? You've got that thumb spread so far that you got to feel tension in the hand there, don't you? Really? You don't? I think if you just relax the thumb a little bit, that too is going to contribute to helping you get a better spiral and release. Why don't you try that? Now, going from here, we're not talking a lot, but maybe an inch movement on the ball. Try that one time, and let's see what happens. Yeah, try that. See if you get a better result, okay? And let's keep that head down. I'm just going to put my hand over your head to remind you. Popping the head up sends your energy in the wrong direction. Cut short your follow through. Point your arrow into the ground, which is where the ball's been going on you, okay? Much, much, much better. You had a good spiral. The ball traveled toward the target. Elbow probably hurt a little bit, so we're not going to overdo you today. But that right there is going to make a huge difference. Relax that thumb a little bit, okay?